Zhao Liying's recording of the Beijing Spring Celebration function was uncovered by Reuters, wearing a cut red dress with rich demeanor. Unconsciously, the new year will be introduced in the future, and related programs connected with the Spring Celebration affair are being recorded and practiced going full speed ahead. A few pictures of Zhao Liying's recording scene were uncovered, which pulled in the consideration of netizens. Zhao Liying took part in the Spring Celebration function of Beijing satellite television this time. With the subject of her television series glad to 10,000s this year, it ought to be a language program. At the recording site, Zhao Liying remained at position C on the stage, wearing a French-style red-cut skirt, radiating, exquisite and noble, and in generally excellent condition. The 35-year-old Zhao Liying's status has not declined essentially. Her facial elements are impeccable and three-layered, happily, and her disposition is unprecedented. It tends to be seen that the quantity of adoration icon dramatizations has diminished essentially, and a greater amount of them are works with practical subjects reasonable for mature ladies, and the way to change is somewhat smooth. Obviously, Zhao Liying's level and body extents are really not exceptional in media outlets. Numerous female craftsmen are much better than her. Be that as it may, with the gift of styling and cosmetics, Zhao Liying's picture isn't awful, and she will go any place she goes certainly stand out enough to be noticed of others. As a general rule, Zhao Liying's vocation is moderately smooth after her post-pregnancy rebound. A few works have been generally welcomed, and the understanding is likewise great. How about we anticipate her subsequent presentation and improvement? Zhao Liying took part in the recording of the Spring Celebration affair. She wore a red dress and her figure was astonishing. Sufficiently sure, her demeanor changed radically after the separation. Red has consistently provided individuals with a feeling of merriment, and red is worn in China to invite happy celebrations or significant occasions. However, before, the plan of some red garments was excessively customary. As youngsters give increasingly more consideration to particular and customized red garments, the plan of red garments has started to draw nearer to youngsters, taking the plan course, and there are numerous architect red garments show up. Yet, the red climate isn't something conventional individuals have some control over. Since Zhao Liying and Feng Xiaofeng separated, netizens said that Zhao Liying has become more lovely. Taking a gander at Zhao Liying's development, you will find her demeanor line from the first charming way of dressing to the present. At the recording site of the Beijing satellite television Spring Celebration function, he even wore a red long dress. His disposition was very unique in relation to the past. It could actually be expressed that in the wake of leaving Feng Xiaofeng, he changed totally. The garments are more female and exquisite, with a feeling of extravagance full. Zhao Liying's thin red dress can feature the bends of the figure without looking swelled, and the plan of the thin dress is more in accordance with the demeanor she ought to have in her age bunch. The cut and plan of the long skirt are much more interesting and brimming with significant level sense. Throughout everyday life, in the event that a few ladies don't have any idea how to pick long skirts, they can allude to such lengthy skirt collocations. Attempt to pick thin fit styles to stay away from well-known plans. Picking more stylish ones will show their own personality and uniqueness more. The round neck of conventional garments looks dull. Albeit the slip-over looks slim, it isn't reasonable for everybody. Square collars have the best case scenario. If everybody has any desire to look slim with a slim neck while presenting the collarbone to look more slender, the square collar is most certainly the most ideal decision. In any case, while picking a square collar, it is best not to pick a square shape that is very palatable. Expanding the feeling of plan based on the square shape is ideal. Like the square neckline of Zhao Liying's dress in the image. Furthermore, picking high cuts on the long skirt will cause the legs to show up longer. In the event that a lady with unfortunate leg shape picks a long skirt with high cuts, she will streamline the line of her legs to boost qualities and stay away from shortcomings. Numerous advanced youngsters utilize long skirts and tennis shoes for solace or recreation, yet in proper events, long skirts and high heels ought to be the fundamental style. Presently there are different plans of high-abed shoes on the lookout. While picking, the customary pointed-toed high-abed shoes make ladies' legs more great and thin. Dark pointed-toed high-abed shoes are practically the entirety of ladies' unquestionable requirements since they are adaptable in how to match them. You can't turn out badly with this sets of shoes that everybody ought to have in their shoe storeroom. Albeit the shade of a long red dress is uniform, an enormous area of uniform variety will seem repetitive and dull. The utilization of frill will well upgrade the bluntness and ubiquity achieved by the huge area of steady tones. However, while picking extras for this sort of apparel, don't be excessively awkward. Like Zhao Liying's initial charming style, the selection of studs is excessively weighty and muddled, which will make the outfit look ailing in surface and excessively youthful. Accordingly, the straightforward and environmental hoops will add focuses to the shape. Customary individuals ought to pick hoops as indicated by their own face lines and face shapes. For instance, Zhao Liying has a round face, so while picking studs, she picked a long queue of hoops, which will outwardly stretch the face. Hence, sisters with disappointed looks shouldn't pick long direct studs while picking hoops, and attempt to pick short round studs to accomplish the impact of shortening the face length outwardly. The matching of studs will advance the coordinating, make the outfit all the more splendid and upgrade the surface of the garments. How everybody might interpret Zhao Liying has forever been adorable, the sensation of a sister nearby, yet this time the red dress is truly astonishing, with the appeal that she ought to have at her age. 02. Is Wang Yibo not well known? Netizen, it's a piece hard for other people. A couple of days prior, a columnist from a specific channel said that when he was meeting the team of unknown, Wang Yibo, a more youthful age, had no correspondence with the primary makers of the group. After this matter was taken outside the current discussion by a few dark fans, they utilized this to diss Wang Yibo's unfortunate prominence, and there was nobody in the undertaking group. Individuals will think often about him. Wang Yibo's senior relationship is very great by and large. At the point when he was facilitating ordinarily previously, Wang Han took great consideration of him. Afterward, on the grounds that Chanel became joined to Zhao Sun likewise commended him in private, so it is a piece to select to say that he is disagreeable, not even-handed. Concerning why he didn't coexist with the principal makers in the group of no name, from one perspective, the explanation is that the tone of this show is more significant. If an entertainer has any desire to play well, he needs to drench himself in the job. Since the pretended by Wang Yibo in the film, he is a government operative playing stunts with a gathering of driving entertainers, so he has as little contact with other driving entertainers as conceivable during shooting, which is likewise an approach to serving the characters. Then again, everybody doesn't see who is the primary maker of this venture. The male hero Tony Leung has never expressed a couple of words to others in his life. The notable house young lady is apprehensive, and she isn't an individual who can step up and mingle and initiate the climate. Wang Yibo is significantly more face-like, a legitimate blossom of Gaoling, and he won't talk when he sits around aimlessly. Throughout the long term, he has shot such a huge amount there are numerous shows. Just when I was shooting Chen Qingling with Zhao Zun, I was excessively loose, and the remainder of the time I didn't draw near to the group. In addition, not just the entertainers in this task are bad at talking and could do without to be vivacious, yet the chief Cheng Trauma Center is likewise known for being held in quiet. He could do without to utilize a cell phone up to this point. At the point when such a gathering assemble, everybody needs to see them cross character obstructions and age holes in private. Holding a social gathering itself is likewise a test. Motion pictures throughout the spring celebration for the most part have some disconnected up-close and personal limited-time gatherings. Presently, how about we check whether this gathering can attempt to be more cordial during the limited time frame for cash?